bloodbath, but that they would fight to the very end. And right now, believe it or not, they are the hottest team coming out of the group stage. 5-0 on the back half of the group stage for this Team WE squad. So while SKT is the #1 seed, WE looking hot as ever. Crepo, I apologize because before the match, I didn't give you an opportunity to share your thoughts. So if you'd like to throw your prediction in now, I'm going to give you that opportunity.
Thank you, Dash. I think that's very considered. I actually did believe in Team W. Sadly, I couldn't share it with the viewers, but I've actually been doing a lot of research into Shie's solo queue, found a niche pick, fantastic into Faker's Orianna, and that was actually the Galio mid, so I was equally surprised that he called out the Lucian.
The Lucian mid does come out. We've been hearing about it since the beginnings of the play-ins, actually. Some of us casters were talking about it, wondering if it was ever going to come through. We finally get it here in the final regular scheduled match of the group stages. What are our thoughts on this pick?
I mean, if you check Faker's solo queue, he is also kind of the predetermining factor of this one. And you saw it scattered throughout, and then CA picks it up, and you start seeing it spawn there. It's leaking over everywhere. We've already actually seen it in the LPL. Xiaohu played it from RNG, but I love the Lucian mid, but in very specific matchups. I think if you take it into Syndra, it can be really dangerous because she can just blow you up, lock you down. I think if you take it into Ryze, again, he's just going to lock you down. But against Orianna, she throws out that ball. You saw it exactly in that first blood. He dashes underneath it, and he immediately looks for the all-in trade.
I think the funniest thing about this is Huni gets screwed by Lucian once again.
That's true, right? Yeah, you go all the way back to last year in the North American LCS. He's playing Lucian a bunch in the top, so much so that even Bjergsen started to pull it out in the mid lane in his solo queue. But here it is on the opposing team, handing him a loss. As we talk about the Lucian pick, let's go ahead and roll out a couple of the fun plays that you mentioned in the mid lane. Xie getting the better of Faker in the 1v1s, 2v2s, all that nonsense.
And again, it's just how you aggressively use that relentless pursuit. As soon as you see the command attack go down, he goes all in, he knows that he has the potential, and then this is just really unlucky. Peanut unable to follow up the kill, and then CA goes back in for kind of the 1-2 punch.
Yeah, SKT chasing the losses here, and Lucian, again, it's showing how good of a champion he is if he can get to proximity unpunished. And that's why Froskuren was talking about the likes of Syndra being able to just in any direction QE or just E to disengage, but Orianna can't really do that as she's so dependent on the ball. This is Faker right after he made a flash play, overextending in lane, and while it's very uncommon that we question Faker, this is the second Orianna performance in the tournament where it has been subpar, so maybe that is the one pick people need to force him on to maybe get at least an edge in the matchup where he can't just massively outplay.
Well, and there are a lot of mechanically very talented mid laners in this tournament, and Orianna is someone who can be exploited in the early game. So, you know, you take something with extreme early game strengths, the Ignite as well. Faker takes Cleanse instead of something like a Barrier, you know, maybe a little bit more worried about the Ashe, and you can get very, very heavily exploited in that lane.
All right, but this does really excite me because, again, as we've been hearing about the pick all tournament long, we finally get an opportunity to see it on the stage. And, again, going up against SKT, getting the win, I feel like this might give permission to more of the mid laners. Granted, they have to put the practice into it to make sure that they can put up a performance like this. And you mentioned there are certain, factors that have to be met. Yeah, prerequisites in Champ Select in order to enable the pick. But perhaps we might see this come out a little bit more often.
I mean, there's certainly the talent in this mid lane pool to pull it off. I know you were talking about how Bjergsen has played it previously before, so has the experience.
It's definitely there, but we also have to be honest. Like, it wasn't only Faker just dying. If you look at Huni with the Galio, also, what is this Galio doing in this comp? When we see Galio succeed, there's somebody who can drop it, like help him drop himself off in the backline. That would have been Tahm Kench. Like, is SKT expecting to Tahm Kench ultimate in the backline for Galio to then drop in? Because that's very announced visit right there. And also, Huni's build was slightly questionable.
Yeah, okay, so I was getting pretty tilted to this. We're 24 minutes in. Let's set the stage here. 250 CS on Lucian, 7 kills. Ashe is pretty strong. All right, what do I want to build here on the Galio? I need a Sheen and I need a Spirit Visage? I mean, what are you doing? And it's like the mid-game power was completely not there. You have to feel like if Galio is building an armor stacking build and even skipping something like the Iceborne, I think that works when you're ahead and when you're bullying your lane, but where's the Frozen Heart? Where's an early Sunfire Randuin's to give, like, almost invulnerability to this tank against the 80 carries before they have Armor Pen.
Yeah, I mean, imagine what happens if you have a Thornmail on him as well as Randuin's perhaps, and then even if the Tahm Kench, your other frontliner, starts itemizing heavier towards the armor as opposed to into that locket for a little bit of magic resist. Either way, we can question as much as we want. The fact of the matter is that WE came away with the victory. They end their group stage hot, and that's where I want to leave off here. The discussion about where these two teams are moving out of the group stage and into the bracket stage. Of course, they wouldn't have the opportunity to see each other until that finals. But once again, the 1-1 head-to-head record is going to be weighing on SKT's mind here when you come into the finals against WE, if that's the case.
And it was a really close game the first time around, so it was almost a 2-0. Now, we'll never be able to tell what would happen if Team W would have gotten that Baron, but SKT certainly have been pushed to their limits by this team twice now over the group stage.
All right, well, with their group stage officially on the books, Shox is standing by for a word with the man that just brought Lucian to the mid lane.
Thank you very much, guys. And who else than Xie would I be talking to after that fantastic victory over SKT? Now, the Lucian mid, we've heard rumblings, we've seen it a couple of times, but Xie, why did you decide to play it here versus Faker and SKT?
我们就首先恭喜我们取得胜利。那想问一下你，我们听说过卢锡安中单的这个谣言，然后传言，那为什么这盘面对 Faker 的时候，你会拿出卢锡安这个英雄？
因为我乱狗用比较多，训练赛也尝试过用过几把，然后感觉这把我们这种比较适合套卢锡安，我就套出来了。
So he's actually pretty comfortable with Lucian. He played him in solo queue. He played in couple screams, and Lucian actually fits their comp in this match, so he picked Lucian.
And it went really well. Condi earlier said, well, if we can snowball or if we can get an early lead, it should be okay for us. And then you got those early 2 kills. So from then on, was it just, were you very confident that you could win?
就康帝在前面的采访中说过，如果你们前期可以滚起雪球，你们就可以获胜。那你们这盘是不是就你觉得是为什么你们能取得胜利呢？
因为我们前面准备了许多小套路，并且把 SKT 套路成功了，然后使我们中野优势很大。我们中野优势大的话，我们可以带着下路带领他们获取胜利，就是我们下路会打得很舒服。
So actually, they prepare a lot of tricks going into the game against SKT, and they gain an early game advantage and make mid and jungler very fat. And then after mid and jungle get fat, they can help bot lane to get more to create more advantage.
All right. Well, Team WE has done so much here at MSI already. You guys are into the semifinals, and you guys talked a lot about making the LPL region proud and showing something. How much does beating SKT do towards that goal?
那么你们这次已经击败了 SKT 了，然后之前你们也说到了，你们想代表 LPL 这个赛区来证明自己的实力。那么这次今天击败了 SKT， 你觉得对你们意味着什么？
虽然击败 SKT 让我觉得我们淘汰赛碰到他们可能还是会很难打，这次击败算给我们一点信心，但他们淘汰赛可能会打得更认真，然后我们也会更加全力以赴。
It's still going to be very tough to face them in elimination phase. SKT is really strong opponents, and they will probably prepare better or more seriously in the later stage. So they will try their best, and hopefully they can win.
Well, that final is lurking now. You have the match coming up versus G2 in a best of 5. After seeing them play, what are your expectations?
那么接下来你们将在半决赛遇到 G2， 那你觉得这场比赛谁会获胜？你们面对 G2？
因为我们曾经2比0过他们，所以我觉得我们挺有信心把他们获胜，见他们获胜的。
Since we 2-0'd them in the group stage, we're pretty confident going to semifinals.
Well, I can see that. I just want to ask a quick prediction. TSM is up versus the Flash Rules for the very last spot in the semifinals. Who do you think is going to win?
那最后问你一下，马上 TSM 和闪电狼要打最后一盘了，你觉得谁会获胜？
其实这两个队都很强，我就看他们当时现在临时的状态吧，因为这两个队都特别强，我就不好说谁获胜。这两个队实力特别相近，然后看他们 BP
预测一下。
我个人是比较支持 TSM 的。
So he personally support TSM. He felt like both teams are really strong. It really depends on how they play in that specific match. And of course the ban pick to see who have a better comp.
Yes.
But he thinks TSM has a little bit edge.
Oh, there we go. Well, the pressure is definitely on. Thank you so much, Xie. Fantastic victory of Team WE over SKT. And that tiebreaker of TSM versus Flash Rules is coming up right after this, so stick around.
Oh, it's going to be Lucian. Yes! We finally get it. Impossible is the call from Deficio. Cleanse has been used. Flash already. Impossible. Sidesteps the cocoon. The volatile spike. Lucian gets first blood. Konji's looking for Peanut. It's a double kill to mid lane Lucian. United. Grey Health is going to be popped. Here comes 957. Shadow Dash Taunt connects. 5-0, unstoppable. 1-2 members of WE are forced. They managed to take down Wolf as well. WWE chance the kill is down. Double kill for Xie. 7-0-1. Looking for 4. Baron down. Catch Mystic. Flash. Heal. He runs away. Now Peanut's down. Uni's running for his life. Shut down where he stands. Uses the clinch. Nexus turret number 1 is down. They got him. They're going to get him. Now the Nexus turret falls. Team WE with a mid